What it is, y'all, it's your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back today with another Danmachi video. Today we're going to be talking about the new Heroic Trials for part 2 of the anniversary. Now, this is Tione and Gareth, and as you can already kind of tell, Gareth being an assist shouldn't really be a relevant factor here. We're probably only going to be single target fighting Tione by herself. Now, usually what's going to happen with these is Tione is going to have basically access to just about everything in her build, in her kit. But these Heroic Trials don't tend to be very difficult also. The difficulty is generally turned down for the Anniversary Heroic Trials. So what I'm doing is I'm literally just recycling last year's team. We built this team during the Anniversary last year. It is a light team. Remember I said in yesterday's video that there's generally one element that kind of like, it essentially is favored over another. And with the light element team, with this team, in essence, this is a single target team that I'd used for 7th Zone for the past year and has been really, really reliable. Like, it's not necessarily like the greatest team ever, but it's a good, reliable single target team. But it has aged out pretty drastically with the anniversary. So my curiosity is, will this team still be able to pull this out? So what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to auto run this. And this is kind of like my test to see how hardcore this new event is. So we were already on turn 2. I'm a little worried about Winnie. She could get taken out pretty effectively here with any kind of really solid hit. But she took 0 damage, so doesn't look like it's going to be the case. And Tione's already hurting. Tione's already reeling. So with Finn's attack here, it's a big single target attack. She's already down to half health. And really what it mostly does is give everyone a bit of a defensive buff and an SA gauge charging buff. Normally, we would then move on to like turn 8 or so. Turn 8 or so, and then start the offensive buffs. But this team walked through that event like it was nothing. I was expecting a harder fight than that, I'm not going to lie. And this is the EX mission. This is the hardest difficulty. So let's kind of analyze this one more time, okay? So let's just jump in here because that was way faster than I expected. Alright. So right out of the gate on turn 1, it looks like she just kind of starts her buff stack. So she should start producing damage. But since we've got such a heavy defense on us. Remember, Hime puts up a defensive front. That pretty much just kind of negated anything she would do. I'm going to turn off auto battle here. And I'm actually just going to go ahead and SA with Lazar. I'm going to go ahead and do the single target with Finn, his big single target attack. And Lazar's SA, because that's going to give everyone physical attack 100%. And see if this ends it any faster. Now, you will see Tione's built up here, okay? So she has magic resist and physical resist up 25%, but that's not a lot. Her base skills are wind down 20%, and everything else is pretty much neutral. So then, magic resistance up 25%. This is why this team's going so well, because this is a physical team. So any good physical element will be able to wipe this out very effectively. Just make sure you debuff accordingly. I'm basically, it's like the perfect build to take her out because you see all the light resistance debuffs. You see, I mean, if you've got a good win team, go for it. But I'll be honest with you, it doesn't matter. Recycle an old team and you'll be able to knock this out. So long as they're debuffing appropriately and it's a physical team. And you'll be fine, guys. You'll be absolutely fine. Look, physical resistance 25% and we are where we're at. So Lazar's going to give everyone 100%. 100% strength, and everyone on this team is a strength unit, or a physical unit. So let's just continue down the stack here. Now, last time was, what, turn 4 we wiped her out? And she's probably going to make it halfway through the... Yeah, okay, it took like 2 or 3 hits turn 4, and what, just cratered. So any good physical team will just absolutely put her to the ringer. So there you guys go. And don't forget, if you've got your skip tickets, you can actually use your skip tickets here and just crash through this. I'm saving my skip tickets for the other event, but there you guys go. Quick, easy, and to the point. Now, the real question comes down to the exchange here. And a lot of people probably kind of already surmised where I'm going with this. You want Gareth. You always want the assist. It's a rare exception. I think the last orc trial we had that had an assist was the only one. Like part 1 was the rare exception to the rule. But if you remember, if you need to go, butchered that word. If you remember, if you're going to go buy an assist star bond, that's 1,500 dome tickets versus an adventure star bond. That's 1,000. That right there alone says enough. But let's also take into account the simple fact that Tione is a single target unit. And in the vast majority of events of the game, you're using AoEs, and she's got really good, or everybody else pretty much has a really good single target skill in their skill 3 anymore. So you don't necessarily need... Thanks, Adobe. I appreciate that. Always when I'm recording Danmachi, it's just, I don't know what it is. Anyway, I digress. Gareth is a must-have assist, an absolute must-have assist. Tione is awesome for Wrecker Buster, but not much beyond that. So the only reason, the only single way that I would say Tione over Gareth is if maybe like your Gareth is level 60 and you're, 0 bonds whatsoever, and Tione's got 4 bonds and just needs the final bond to finish her off. Beyond that, I just don't see a situation in which I would ever value Tione over Gareth. Personal opinion. I've never said that before about either one of these units. So, pretty easy, pretty straightforward. There's not a lot of wiggle room here. I mean, these units are very, very simple to accommodate for. So if you have any comments, put them down in the comment section below, but that's kind of it. Like, comment, share. I'll be back with more Danmachi coming for you guys here really soon.